Hello, Elly here from Thankful Flow Yoga. Thank you for joining me for this short and spicy yoga flow. So today we are going to be getting a little bit creative with our movement, some playful and dynamic movements in the flow today. And as always, connecting to a sense of supporting our body throughout, increasing our awareness, moving in a way that is connected. So we will hopefully leave the class feeling energized, stretched out, strengthened, and with a sense of that mind-body connection. So we're going to start the class in a standing position. Let the arms drop down to the side of your body and close your eyes or take a steady gaze. And see if you can find maybe a gentle sway or rock back and forth. Doesn't have to be any kind of big movements, could be really subtle. And start to take a couple of shoulder rolls. Notice your breath. Become aware of how your breathing feels. And we'll start to breathe in and out for 6 counts, taking our coherent breathing. So really good breathing for balancing the nervous system. That actually helps to bring our brain waves into a meditative state. So when you're ready, inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come back to your natural breath. Start to open the eyes if you had them closed. Notice the connection between your feet and the ground. Maybe taking a couple of little sways, side to side. Then on your next inhale, reach the fingertips all the way up and around. As you exhale, bring the hands through to heart center. 2 more times. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, float through. Last one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, float through. This time soften into the legs. Fold forwards. Drop the head down. Start to take a little bit of movement in your forward fold. Maybe a pedal out through the legs. See how it feels to let the left fingertips connect with the ground or a block. Reach the right fingertips up, follow with the gaze. Start to take some circles with this right arm, tracing around in a circle with your fingertips. Bring the right hand down to the ground or the block, reach the left fingertips up, find the twist. Then from here, start to circle the left arm around. Notice how the shoulder's feeling. Scanning into the arm, the shoulder. Come back to your forward fold. Curl the body up with a rounded spine, peeling up. Slowly lifting the head up last. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale, sweep the fingertips up for Surya Namaskar A. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lift the chest, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Step, float, jump back. Flow through your chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, look between the hands. Step, jump, float through. Lift the chest, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, sweep the fingertips up, lifting the heart. Exhale, hands come through to heart center. Set the feet in a little bit closer together. Notice how that feels. You can always bring them further apart again if that doesn't feel right for you. Inhale, sit the hips back, find this Utkatasana position. Belly's coming away from the thigh. Inhale, sweep the hands up by the ears. As you exhale, sweep the fingertips back, fold forwards. Inhale, lifting the chest, lifting the arms. Exhale, folding. One more. Inhale, reach the fingertips up. Exhale, sweep it back and fold. This time, float your hands down to the ground. Legs are still in this squatted position. Either step or float the legs back. Come, lift the hips to the sky into a downward facing. No. Bring the hands down to the mat. And from here, bring the hands down to the mat and step the left leg back. So we're in our lunge. Drop the back knee. Sweep the fingertips up, lifting up and out of the waist. As you exhale, twist to the right. Let the left fingertips reach forward, right fingertips reach back. Option to float the right hand down to that back leg. Lift the left fingertips up, finding this revolved reverse warrior position in the lunge. And then reaching both fingertips back up to the ceiling, inhaling, exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, reach the fingertips back up, tuck under the back toes and power through your back leg, so we're now in a high lunge. Inhale, lift up and out from the waist, exhale, twist. Option to find that revolved reverse warrior. Right hand maybe comes down to the back leg, left fingertips reach up. Come away from the twist, both arms reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, reach the fingertips back up. Ground into your right leg. And flow into this warrior three. Float back with the fingertips, see how it feels to lift the heart. From here, draw your left knee through and up and in towards the chest. And then see if you can take your right hand to the outside of the left foot. Start to lengthen into your left leg. And then sweep the left fingertips up and over, finding a twist. If that left leg needs to have a bend in it, it absolutely can. No worries if you're wobbling all over the shop here. Come in and out as much as you need to. Find that playful element to this practice. Releasing from the twist. Bring the left foot down to the ground so we're back in our standing position. So let's take that sequence on to the other side. So inhale, sit the hips back, find your Utkatasana. reach the arms up by the ears. Inhale here, exhale, fold forwards. Float with the arms, get creative. Inhale, sweep the fingertips up. Exhale, folding. Last one, inhale, lifting. Exhale, folding. Hands come down to the mat to support if they need to. Ground into the left leg, step the right leg back, drop the back knee so we're in our lunge. Inhale, sweep the fingertips up, lift up and out from the waist. As you exhale, you're twisting to the left, so right fingertips reach forwards and left fingertips reach back. Either staying here or take your evolved reverse warrior in your lunge. Lots of words going on. Most important thing is listening to your body. It's not the pose or the words that I'm using or what the pose is called. It's really just being connected with what your body wants to do. Float back so that both fingertips are reaching up, coming away from your twist. As you exhale, find that little fold, arms reach back. Inhale, sweep the fingertips back up. Again, use any support you need here, any blocks or props, tuck under the back toes, power up through your back leg. Inhale, reach the fingertips up. Exhale, twist back to the left again. So we're now in the high lunge with our twist. Either staying here or taking your evolve reverse warrior. Reach both fingertips back up to the ceiling. Inhaling, exhale, float forwards. Inhale, reach the fingertips back up, ground into the left leg, lift the back leg, float the fingertips back to your warrior three. See how it feels to lift the heart in your warrior three. Breathing, wobbling. Then start to lift the chest and guide your right knee up and in towards the chest. And you could take the left hand to the right shin, or you're going to take it to the outside of the right foot. Begin to lengthen into your right leg. Sweep the right fingertips up and over, finding a twist here. Again, if that right leg needs to be bent, absolutely. I'm guiding you. This is always your practice, so make it your practice. Releasing the right leg, bring it back down to the mat. So we're back in Tadasana mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the fingertips up, lift your heart away from your tailbone. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, float your hands down to the mat, step, float or jump back to plank, and flow through your version of chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, and exhale back to your downward facing dog. Take a moment to reconnect here. Could take a child's pose, or you're going to take a inversion here. So option today to bring the forearms down to your mat, working in your dolphin. So again, you could be working here, maybe lifting one leg, bringing it back down, lifting the other leg, bring it back down, or if it's in your practice, taking your pincher, Mayurasana. Having a little bit of playtime. If you want to do a different inversion, by all means, taking that. Then whenever you're ready, having your playtime, and start to make your way back to a downward facing dog. Once you're there, lifting the heels away from the ground, pivot the heels to the right, bend into the legs. Love the feeling of this one. Inhale, come back through to center. Exhale, shift the heels to the left, bend into the legs on this side. And bring the hips back to center. Inhale, sweep your right leg up to the ceiling. Find a 3-leg dog. Open the hips if that feels good too. Sweep the right foot in between the hands. Step your left foot in a little bit. Bring the back left heel down and find your pyramid pose. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, folding over the front leg, keeping the right hip tucked in. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, folding. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, folding. Grounding into your right foot. Left hand comes down to the ground. Right hand wraps around the back of the right leg. Lift that left foot up to the ceiling. Find your standing split. So forehead's coming towards the right shin or in that direction. Breathing here. From here, start to lift the chest. You can keep some softness in that right leg and see if you can float this left leg back up. So bring your left knee in towards the chest, and this time we're going to take the peace fingers to the left big toe and reach that left leg out in front. Right hand comes to the hip. You can always use a strap here. The left leg can be bent, doesn't have to be completely straight. Quite important to keep the spine long here. Now from here, seeing how it feels to open this left leg out to the side. Maybe the gaze comes over the right shoulder. Bring the left leg back to center. Release. See if you can hold the left leg out in front, point the toes, reach the fingertips up. And then float the left leg back out behind. Take a big step back to a lunge. Hands come down to the mat, step it back to plank. Take your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a pause or a rest at any time. Said it was going to be a short and spicy flow, and indeed it is. Inhale, sweep the left leg up this time. Find your 3-leg dog. Open into the hips if that feels good too. Step the left foot through between the hands. Bring your right back heel down. Option to step that foot in a little bit closer. Find your pyramid pose. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the spine. Exhale, folding. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, folding. One more. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, folding. And bringing some weight into your left leg, lift the right leg to find your standing split. So right hand grounded, left hand can wrap around the back of the left leg. Imagine drawing your forehead in towards the shin. Bringing some awareness to the breath. Inhale, start to lift the chest. see if without the right leg touching the mat, if you can float it through. Don't worry if that does not happen for you today. These are all just little ways to get playful, get creative in your practice. So bringing this right leg through, we're going to take the right piece fingers around the right big toe, lengthen that right leg out in front. Left hand can come to the left hip, breathing here. Leg does not have to be straight. Just remember, you're on your own journey, in your practice, in your body. See how it feels to open that right leg out to the side. Maybe seeing if you can take your gaze over the left shoulder. Breathing into any wobbles and shakes. Start to float your right leg back to center. Whoop. With control if you can. Release the right hand, reach the fingertips up. Keep that right leg lifted. And see if you can float it back. Take a big step back to lunge. Hands come down to the mat. Step it back to plank. Flow through your vinyasa. Inhale into upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale back to your downward facing dog. Well done. Take a breath here. Drop your knees down to your mat. Exhale, sit the hips back, find a child's pose. Let your forehead melt down to the ground. Let the body become heavy. Imagine your body melting into your mat. Notice any sensations, notice anything that's alive for you. Staying low in your child's pose. If you want to just stay in stillness here, then please do. Or you might like to see how it feels to just walk the hands over to the right side, finding an opening into the left side body. Keeping the eyes closed if that's comfortable. And then walk the hands over to the left side, staying low. Maybe feeling your rib cage expanding with your breath. Noticing how the body expands and contracts with your in-breath and your out-breath. Walk the hands back through to center and really slowly start to walk the hands back in. See if you can keep the head dropped, rolling, peeling the body up and then lifting your head up last till you're in a kneeling position. Take a big shoulder roll. And we'll find a releasing breath to close off the practice. So I'll count for 3 as we inhale through the nose. On the exhale, you can release the breath out through the mouth like a big sigh. So inhaling for 1, 2, 3. Exhale, release. When you're ready, you can start to open the eyes, come back into your body, the space. Thank you so much for joining me for this class. I hope that you found it beneficial and enjoyable. Do comment and feedback to me on how you've got on, and I really appreciate and honour you being here and flowing with me. So thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you again very soon. Bye bye.